Good day to all of you. Welcome to ODS session. This is Managerial Economic class week 2 lecture 7. Today we are going to discuss one case study related to fundamental concepts of managerial economics. Let us get into that class. The managerial economics consists of 5 basic concepts. The managerial economic consists of 5 basic concepts. We used to call it as fundamental concept of managerial economics, which may be considered as an integral part for taking a better decision in a business. So we are going to give 5 fundamental concepts one by one. The first one is we used to call incremental concept. The incremental concept consists of 2 factors called incremental cost and incremental revenue. The incremental cost can be defined as a changes in the total cost due to implementation of decision on the factors such as price, product or promotional activities. This is one side. The other side is the incremental revenue, which is defined as changes in the revenue due to changes in the decision. So, as a manager, we should know what is the incremental value. It may be either cost or the revenue. This is the first fundamental concept. The second one is relating with the time. The concept of time perspective. The time factor is playing a dominant role in managerial decision making as it changes all the economic indicators considerably. Even in case of pricing, the time factor is a major criteria for decision. I can give you a simple example. What is the price of a newspaper, a daily newspaper? In the morning hours, it is high, but it is very less in the evening and very low in the next day because we have to sell it in for weight. This is because of the concept of time perspective. The price of the newspaper is doubled on the next day or either when the union budget or state budget is implemented. So, based on the time perspective, we can divide the managerial economics with the 4 different periods called very short period, long period, very long period. We are having 4 different categories. Based on that, the decision may change. So, this is the second fundamental concept. And let's move to the third fundamental concept. We used to call it as discounting principle. The most influencing business factor is the discounting principle. We can explain with an easy example. What is the price of the apple? Consider it is 10 rupees. The seller is having a basket full of apples to sell on that particular day. Suppose a person want to buy 50 apples, almost all the apples in the basket. Then the seller of the apple will not demand 10 rupees. He is ready to give less than 10 rupees. It may be 9 rupees due to discounting principle. As a seller can save his man hours because he can buy again some apple and he can sell because the man hours is saved. So this particular reduction in the price is called discounting principle. When you buy only one, 10 rupees. If you buy 10, then they are ready to give for 9 rupees. That reduction in price, we used to call it as discounting principle. This is the third fundamental concept. The fourth fundamental concept, the most important basic concept of economics is opportunity cost principle. The concept opportunity cost is the best economic tool used for the business decision making. Under this principle, the firm can select the best alternative among the available alternatives in order to make an effective decision. The main axiom of the opportunity cost is to forgo benefit that would have derived from the option which is not chosen. Even analyzing and comparing the value of the next best alternative, it is better to take a list of alternatives and then you have to take a decision. In easy words, we may say the opportunity cost principle provides idea about the consequences when you are not taken a right decision. So, the opportunity cost is the best concept in economics. You can expect a section A question what is opportunity cost principle is. And the last fundamental concept of managerial economics, we used to call it as eco-marginal principle. Normally, this concept is otherwise called principle of maximum satisfaction, because all people are rational in their ideas. What they have, they need more benefit out of what they invest or what they buy. The basic idea of this principle that an input should be employed in such a way having a value added by the last input is the same for all uses. Either there are three products, he can buy X, Y or Z, but what he expect out of that particular purchase, how much he is spending, for that he should get the equal level of satisfaction for the amount he has. In simple words, we may say the input is utilized in an optimum way so as to maximize the profitability. The marginal productivity of each alternative is equal under the law of equimarginal utility. What does it mean? The marginal productivity of product A is equal to the marginal productivity of B, and which is equal to the marginal productivity of C, where A, B, C are the available alternatives. We may say product, it may say price, it may be promoter, whichever be, but each marginal productivity of different alternative of different product is the same. That is called equimarginal principle. You can expect a case study from this particular fundamental concept. Let's have one particular case study. I think last year they have asked this particular case study. I will explain this particular case study. A company ABC is manufacturing electric bulbs, and the selling price is 20 rupees. Decide to reduce the price by 20%. So they want to reduce the price. As a result of sales, the sales is increased to 15,000 bulbs from 10,000 bulbs. The additional cost incurred for the raw material is rupees 2,000 and rupees 800 for labor cost. So 2,000 rupees for material, 800 rupees for labor cost, totally 2,800. Now what they are asking? They are asking 4 different questions. The first question is, what is incremental revenue of the firm? This is first fundamental concept. The second one is, find the marginal revenue per unit. This is the third one. And next question is, how do you justify equimarginal principle when the raw material increased by 3,000? Actual change is 2,000. Suppose it is increased 3,000. How you justify the fifth fundamental concept, that is equimarginal principle. And finally, they are asking a suggestion whether to reduce the price or not. Let's have the solution. I'll try to answer for all 4 questions. The first question is, what is the incremental revenue of the firm? First, we should know what is incremental revenue is. The difference between the old revenue value and the new revenue value is the incremental revenue. What is the old revenue? R1 is the old revenue. R2 is the new revenue. So R2 minus R1 is nothing but incremental revenue. In case of that particular firm, the price of the bulb is 20 rupees. What is the new price? 20% reduction. So R2 is 20, R1 is 20% of the 20. So 20 minus 4 equal to 16 rupees is the current price. Now we have to make the total revenue. What is R2? The new price. So 16 into 15,000 bulbs, that is a sales value. So 2,40,000 is there with them. That is the new revenue. Then what is the old revenue? Rupees 20 with 10,000 bulbs, it is 2 lakhs. So the difference between the new revenue and the old revenue is incremental revenue. What is the new revenue? 2,40,000. What is the old revenue? 2 lakhs. So what is the incremental revenue of the firm? The difference is rupees 40,000. So this is the way you have to answer for the first question. The second question is, find the marginal revenue per unit. What is the formula for marginal revenue? R2 minus R1, Q2 minus Q1 divided by Q2 minus Q1. R2 is the new revenue, R1 is old revenue, Q2 is new sales, Q1 is the old sales. So applying the value, we know R2 is 2,40,000. R1 is 2 lakhs because just now we have calculated that. Then what is the new sales? 15,000 bulbs. Q1 is 10,000 bulbs. So 40,000 rupees divided by 5,000 rupees 8 per unit we are additionally getting. So the margin revenue per unit is rupees 8. Let's move to the third question. How do you justify the equimarginal principle when the raw material cost is increased by 3,000? Already in our case it is 2,000. So the additional cost incurred by the raw material equal to 2,000 plus 3,000. Totally 5,000 rupees the additional cost of material. Then there is no change in the additional labor cost. So same 800. Now what is the total incremental cost? 5,000 plus 800 is 5,800. What is the total incremental revenue? Already we have calculated. It is 2,40,000 minus 2 lakh is 40,000 rupees. Then what is the additional profit we have gained? From 40,000, if you reduce the additional cost, material and labor, we can get rupees 34,200. So it is justified. Because of change in price, the firm is getting an additional profit of 34,200. So finally, let's give the answer for the fourth question. What is your suggestion for this particular price reduction? Due to 20% decrease in price, from 20 rupees it is reduced to 60 rupees. Nearly 50% of additional sales has been made because it is increased from 10,000 to 15,000. Even if we express in a monetary terms, the firm earns additional profit of rupees 34,200. So our suggestion is this price reduction is a very right decision under the current circumstances. I have given my suggestion. If you want to give your own suggestion, it is well and good. Why? Because there is no necessary that suggestion will be like this only. Whichever suggestion you want to give based on the current scenario, you can give. With this, I am completing the class. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. I am Dr. Chandrachud, Professor and Head, Department of Economics, School of Management Studies and Commerce, Wales Institute of Science and Technology and Management Studies. This is my email ID and contact number. We will meet in the next class. Until then, goodbye.